Copilot is available in all your Microsoft applications. When it was originally released, which there's been updates to it, of course, since it was first released. When it was first released, it was only available in a few applications, but they're starting to send out updates to Copilot and having Copilot be available in other places as well. I use it on a regular basis in OneNote notebooks. I use it in Loop components. I use it in Outlook a lot. I use it in Outlook almost as much as I do in Excel. So just so you know, Copilot is available in other applications. Copilot, though, is not free. Technically free, but depending on what you're going to do with it. Copilot Pro is actually a paid for subscription that you can have where it's going to be directly connected with your 365. There's a free version that you can use directly through Windows. I actually, on my laptop, I have a Copilot button. So if you buy a new laptop, watch for a Copilot button to actually be on your laptop. I was so excited when I had that. I'm excited over little things when it comes to IT, but I just wanted you to know that there is pricing involved, just like your typical Chat GPT. If you want a better quality, a better interface, you're going to be paying a monthly fee. Now, of course, the subscription pricing for Copilot depends on what your licensing is. And of course, we could spend all day talking about Microsoft licensing. You have to have a degree in Microsoft licensing to describe it. So just so you know, there is a paid for version, but the free version, like when I press my button on my laptop to go into Copilot, it's opening the Copilot online, which is not directly connected with my Microsoft 365. Just so you're aware, you want to have it directly connected to your 365 to be able to take full advantage of it. So that's what your beginning part of your handout is going to talk about, the actual Copilot itself. So when it comes to using it, you can just go straight to the internet. If you're using your Bing internet browser, which let me give you an example of what I'm talking about here. Let me bring my Bing internet browser over, which by the way, this is a website that shows you the Copilot pricing. So if you just go to your favorite internet browser and look up Microsoft Copilot pricing, you'll see this, and it gives you a nice side-by-side comparison of what you're going to see. There's a lot of things that are, of course, only available with the Pro version. But just to kind of reiterate the fact that Copilot is available, I wanted to just open my Copilot. So Copilot by default, if I press my Copilot button, it will automatically open Copilot. Copilot can be used very similar to ChatGPT as its own application, as a separate application. So you can go to the right-hand side of your internet browser. So over here on the right-hand side of my internet browser, I have my Copilot icon. When I click on that, of course, it's going to open up Copilot on the right-hand side. This is what I was referring to as far as the free options that you get. So have the latest updated version of Windows, use your Bing internet browser, and you can have access to Copilot right there as well. The thing about using Copilot, no matter if you're using the application online, I press my Copilot button and open up the Copilot app from my keyboard. Doesn't matter how you're using it, how you're opening it, no matter which Copilot you're using, through Excel, through PowerPoint, through Microsoft Word, it's all about prompting. So prompting is referring to how you're asking questions to the system itself, to Copilot. Prompting is very important to understand because the way that you ask it questions, if you don't say it right, it's not going to be able to give you a response, or it may give you a response that is inaccurate. So you always want to make sure that your prompts are good, regardless of how you're using it. And that's the same if you're using ChatGPT. Of course, now there's an updated version of ChatGPT, which Microsoft is going to follow along with updating Copilot as well. So keep in mind, it's only been available for a few months, and Microsoft, like everything else, they do update things to give you enhancements. So I've already mentioned the fact that Copilot has been updated already. Um, since it was first released, they've made some changes. I saw probably the major changes being in Microsoft Word. So when we get to Microsoft Word, I can talk more about that. But on page 3 is where it's talking about prompts. So prompts and Copilot, you need to really give it the full information as to what it is that you want it to provide you. And I'll do a couple of examples of that to say this is not such a good prompt. This is a good prompt, especially when I'm in PowerPoint, I guess is probably where I think about it a lot. I think about it in Excel though too, because depending on the data that you're having Copilot analyze in Excel, it will make a huge difference.